are you? I'm fine. 2 words, 6 letters. This might be one of the most formal exchanges between humans. We nominally treat it as a hello in today's 21st century. So common that we say it everywhere, be it in cafes, elevators, or even at school while we are wiping away a tear from our eye. But let's pull back the curtain to see what's really happening backstage in our minds. Backstage lies our emotions, each one draped and hidden. PA Life, an organization based in UK, conducted a survey revealing that an adult says I am fine 14 times a week. However, only 19% of them actually mean it. 1/3 of those surveyed said that they often lie about how they are feeling to other people, whereas 1 in 10 went to say that they always lie about their emotional state. Hello everybody, I'm Mannat Agarwal, and I've come to realize that we often treat our true feelings like a debt we can't afford to pay. So we hide them behind a convenience of a smile. But we need to ground our feelings, the assets of our lives, so that we just don't keep ghostwriting our own lives. Let me shed light on this with an example. I myself have been a victim of this paradigm. There have been so many times when I felt down, maybe because of my friends, family, social problems, and whatnot. I used to feel less included in my own friend groups, always the girl who was different than the others. I've cried so many times about what's happening at school. And for a girl who is emotionally very sensitive, even a small moment used to make me cry down a trail of tears. And the only constant to me during those times was the mask of wearing and saying, I'm fine, every single time somebody asked me how I was. These moments even continue till date, when I've become an adolescent. Let me narrate you one more story. The story of a girl who recently lost her grandfather, her Nanu. He was the most kindest and sweetest person to her. They had so many good memories together. They used to go on trips, used to laugh on jokes, and all of a sudden he was gone. He just went away. And when everybody got to know the news, they asked her how she was. And the only reply she was able to give was, I'm fine. Whereas really, she wasn't. I wasn't. Because how could I be? I just lost one of the primary colors in my world, leaving everything else in a shade of grey. But the thing is, I had to be fine because I had my exams approaching and they were way too important to give. So while everybody was bidding their goodbyes, I wasn't there. But during one of the exams, I found myself staring at one question. I don't remember the exact question, but I remember my response. For the first time, I couldn't filter it. I wrote about him. I let that all I am fine just crumble onto my exam response. In a room where I was supposed to prove my intelligence, I ended up proving my humanity. After this, I realized that I am fine is just a cage. We think we are being strong by holding it all in, whereas really, we are just isolating ourselves in much more pain. But you all might be wondering, why? Why are we obliged to say this? Why do we struggle to share our deepest emotions with the people we talk to every day? Well, this issue is often rooted in a society that sees emotional transparency as a technical glitch. Allow me to emphasize this for you. From childhood, we are taught that fine is a polite answer. We hear our parents say it, elders say it, so we just keep passing on this trend to the next generation. This has made an ideal answer concerning our emotional state to be okay or fine. Furthermore, we are taught that strength is equal to silence. From childhood, mostly all of us here are taught that making a scene is a social sin. So even if you're not feeling well, it shouldn't come amidst a group of 10 people because it would make you look disrespectful and make you look weak in front of everybody. Other than this, we tell ourselves that others are dealing with much more pain just to invalidate our own feelings. In some instances, the weight of our emotional pain becomes too overwhelming, and just to avoid confronting, we say that we are fine. But the real truth is that we fear vulnerability. It can expose an individual, making them look weak in front of everybody. For many, the fear of such negative outcomes overshadows the potential benefits of sharing how we are feeling. But this fear creates a dangerous silence. By repeatedly suppressing our emotions, we just welcome more problems into our life, such as anxiety, emotional disconnection, and even difficulty in forming deep relationships. And the most exhausting part is that we just don't keep lying to others, we start lying to ourselves. We tell ourselves that our pain isn't big enough to matter. But the thing is, pain isn't a kind of competition. You can't measure somebody's grief against somebody else's tragedy. This mask doesn't protect us. It denies us the connection to heal and get better. We genuinely need to flip the script on what it means to be strong. Strength is the courage to say, I am not okay and that's okay. It is the power to pick the truth over the comfort of a lie. When I wrote about my grandfather on my exam paper, I wasn't being weak. I was being honest. And honesty didn't make me fail. It just made me much more lighter. And it helped me move through the mess without pretending like it never existed. So how do we start taking this mask off? Well, the secret doesn't lie in some kind of grand confessions or dramatic moments. It begins from everyday changes in our day-to-day conversations. For instance, we can try to be at least 2% more honest with ourselves. Imagine a regular school day. Assignments are piling up, deadlines are approaching, and you're just getting project after project. And amidst all of this chaos, a friend asks you, how are you? Instead of working your brain on auto mode when you're barely able to hold it all together, you can say something like, honestly, it's been a tough week. Or something like, I'm exhausted. Another way we can change this is by changing the way we listen to people. I've seen that when somebody actually tries to open up, share their thoughts, we just shut them down by fixing or changing the topic. But sometimes simply just staying by them, by being by their side, helps a lot. We should encourage them to share their thoughts and reduce their mental burden. This would help you create a sense of trust and a safe environment where this mask is no longer a requirement for entry. Ultimately, this isn't about never saying, I'm fine, because there will be lots of days that we do, and that's completely human. But we need to stop sacrificing ourselves for the emotional pain of others. Real change begins from admitting to ourselves that we're not feeling well, be it from tragedy, a kind of event, or simply just a bad day. When we choose to be imperfectly human in a world that kind of wants us to be perfectly fine, we just don't free ourselves, we free others too. Every time we lower this mask, we move from a culture of performance to a culture of presence. We move to a more honest and realistic world. Because while this mask may protect us at the moment, It is honesty and only honesty that will help us to heal, get over, connect, and remain whole. Thank you.